They just never seem to learn, do they? Update video.
Here we go.
You should have gone for the head.
So recently, we put out the video, Weird World of Satu. That got a lot more traction than we would have expected. But obviously, as it's an update video, things have progressed, got more interesting. So let's just get straight into it, all right? Here, just today, actually, I got a random friend request on Discord and started talking to them. I actually thought they were someone I knew originally, so that's why I started the DMs. Strawberry, what's up? I figured it was a Strawberry Momo when I checked the socials. It was not. It was someone who went by the name Kami. So once we squared that out, I just asked him, well, hey, what's up? And they asked me if I should be worried about their best friend because, well, they're hanging out with Satu a lot. And they had seen the video, but the reason they had seen the video probably isn't what you'd expect. So I just simply asked, what's their name? And, well, are they 18 plus? And they're like, yes, she's over 18, and her name is Fairy White. We will get into why we're not worried about Fairy here momentarily, because I'm sure they're fine. However, what it boiled down to was she posted this on her story, and I don't know Satu all that well, but after watching the vid, I just don't know what to think anymore. So let's see what this screenshot says real quick, shall we? Because all good smear campaigns and trying to bury drama, situations, bad dealings, or getting exposed, the best way to bury that is by taking the fire and throwing gasoline on it. Fairy, their story on Snap here. I need everyone on Snap to help me and an amazing person I know. Okay, so recently, me and they got into an argument with a person, and now they're spreading lies on YouTube about them and using this from their past. So what I'm asking, can everyone I have on here, basically they were saying, go report the video and get it taken down. And all I ask is not to watch the video, please. This is their past and not how they are now. Go and report this video. Go and report it, get it taken down, get it removed off of YouTube. It's their past. They're not like this anymore. I promise. Take my word for it. Don't watch the video. Don't look into it at all. Just report it, be done with it, end of story. Yes. Only asking people to go and report a video with no context and just saying, I know an amazing person and they're good and this is just their past and promise it's all good. There's nothing wrong with it. Just don't watch the video. Just go report it. Close it out. End of story. The reason I got this DM in the first place, they weren't supposed to watch it, but guess what they did? They watched it. Yeah, that backfired pretty bad. So, as the conversation continued, basically it went along the lines, I have no idea why or how far they think sticking their heads in the sand will make it go away or change the facts and actions of the past. The video has all the receipts, so to try and falsely report it and take it down is just silly. Not to mention, all I ask is not to watch the video, please. This is their past and not how they are now. No. I would most certainly hope that Satu isn't still impersonating people to this extent. However, at the same time, I was pretty affected by it when it all went down. And it was a very weird and surreal experience. You never know what that's like until someone's faking being you. And that's something I hope people never have to experience. Don't watch what Satu did. Don't listen to how she affected people and messed around with a minor IRL at a convention and their DMs after. They're not like that anymore. Just report it because it's in their past and we don't want it out there. You know, nobody wants to get exposed, especially for sins that grievous. Said and done. Case in point. Kami, my curiosity got the best of me, so I watched it. That's when I realized that Fairy left out many details when she told me about it last week. Now I'm worried that Satu is a bad influence with Fairy. I don't know what to do. I don't want her to end up getting hurt. What do I do? Yep, there's no doubt about that. Satu being a bad influence, in my opinion. I have no idea when Satu sank their claws into Fairy. She was around for a long time in our community, and it was only recently that we noticed they were really close, or even getting really close, for that fact. To go so far as to twist the truth, leave out all the details, why spread fake news? In all honesty, I don't know, dear. I'm just as lost as to how to help. If they're going this far, I think Satu just has to burn someone else bad or wrong Fairy for them to finally see at this point. Kami, I think it's because Fairy thinks of Satu as some sort of deity. I rarely ever hear from Fairy, and she started pushing me away after meeting Satu. She speaks so highly of them, it's almost like she worships Satu. I replied with, well, we have to pray they come to their senses sooner rather than later. Yeah, thanks for answering me. I'm going to take a breather before becoming an angry cousin. I just wish her the best of luck because, again, no one wants to try to, talk to a friend and convince them that someone they're so heavily invested in, being friends with or involved with might be a bad influence on them. And I really wish that Fairy would have taken the time to at least read what we were showing, take a look at what we were posting, and really just give it a second to digest it and then make their judgment from there. If they just want to say, okay, well, yeah, she impersonated you, did all this other stuff, and, everything that involved angelic, if you can get past that, okay. I'm not going to tell somebody who they can or can't be friends with. That's not my job, but at that point, I would rather not associate with you, personally. When you direct them to the video that they're not supposed to watch and just report it and move on with their day, what do you think most people are going to do? They're going to watch it. And that's exactly what happened with this person who I had this conversation with, concerned for their friend because of the video that you didn't want them to watch that they watched. So, in all honesty, if there's something you don't want to bring attention to or have more people in the loop or knowing about it, the worst thing you could possibly do in a situation like this is to pour gasoline on the fire by linking them to said thing, like here, and showing them the proof, showing them the truth, giving them some context to the situation. Now, the reason we aren't worried about Fairy is because they were around when we originally went to confront Satu about everything prior to the creation of the original video. Pretty much once we started showing the proof, Fairy had to chime in with by saying, "You went too far. Oh, you fucking went too far. I was okay at the start of this talk, but now I'm not. I was actually going to let my full Norwegian angry out, but with you fucking calling Satu a liar pushed me over the fuck limit. You have fucking no right to talk at all. We all know that with whatever you want to make happen with this talk is not working because we all fucking know you will not take Satu's side, that all we are done, you won't see us at all." Sorry, it's a little tricky to read, understandably so, but pretty much the gist of the message, you called Satu a liar, you pushed me over the limit, you have no right to talk, and whatever you're trying to make happen with this, we know you're not going to take Satu's side, so we're done here. You won't see us anymore. And yeah, by saying you fucking went too far, completely impersonating my identity, creating a whole separate Shrub Hermit Discord account and talking to yourself on it and recreating the avatar and everything, that's not fucking going too far. That's not taking things over a boundary or limit. Impersonation to this extent that was proven and provided in that video, That's not taking things too far. If next thing you know, you see we're done, and I fucking hope you get what is coming for you, and left the group. So, yeah, obviously there's a bit of animosity, a bit of hatred, disdain. Not very happy with me for, calling them out with pictures and videos and bringing it to their attention. That's not okay. So I just let them know, we brought this hard proof up, confronted them. They said it was all in Satu's past, dismissed it, and ran off. So, Kami, damn, I've known Fairy all my life and I've never seen her like this. Interesting, no? Because now we get into the fun part of YouTube. Alrighty. Now, in regards to YouTube, let's go ahead and go over their harassment and cyberbullying policies. Because if we're going to go and hand out false reports, we at least need to be educated in this arena. So, YouTube does not allow content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their physical traits or protected group status, like age, disability, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or race. We also don't allow other harmful behaviors like threats or doxing. Keep in mind that we have a stricter approach on content that targets minors, understandably so. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Instructions for reporting violations on our community guidelines are available here, which I have already read over, and we will also go into depth on. If you ever find many videos or comments that you would like to report, you can report the channel. For tips about how to stay safe, keep your account secure, and protect your privacy, check out the Creator Safety Center and Stay Safe on YouTube. If specific threats are made against you and you feel unsafe, report it directly to your local law enforcement agency. What this policy means for you, again, don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of the descriptions noted below. Went over that top bit already, which is more so reflected again, however, or their status as a survivor of sexual assault or non-consensual intimate imagery distribution, domestic abuse, child abuse, and more. Content uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. This means intending to make a minor feel unpleasant emotions like distress, shame, or unworthiness, intending to trick them to behave in ways that may harm themselves or their property, or engaging in name-calling toward them. A minor is someone under the age of 18 years old, which Satu is not, which means so far none of this is relevant. However, the next bit's far more important, which reads as follows. Exemptions. If the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature, we may allow content that includes harassment. These exceptions are not a pass to harass someone, of course, which we're not trying to do. We were simply exposing them for what they had done. Some examples include debates related to high-profile officials or leaders, which doesn't apply to this case, scripted performances, which, again, not the case, harassment, education, or awareness. This is the part that we need to take note of. Content that features actual or simulated harassment for documentary purposes or with willing participants, such as actors, to combat cyberbullying or raise awareness. And in this instance, I was harassed by being impersonated by them talking to people, claiming to be me, and even having conversations with themselves, as we saw in the video. So if I got harassed and then I go making a video about being harassed and then they go tell people to report the video and get it taken down, isn't that just harassing me again? Because I'm calling them out for what they did? This is a very bass-ackwards way of doing things, honestly, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. When it really boils down to brass tacks, I know that I brought it in a way that was professional, it was informative, went over my personal experiences with this individual, as well as other people's experience with them. So We just more so wanted the community at large to be aware and to be able to, again, make their own decisions, because in the video we do express we want them to get help. We do want them to live their best life, but they need to get away from all that stuff, because this just simply goes and gives more fan to the flames and makes the whole situation worse, trying to falsely take something down. Again, now there's more people watching the video. Even the people who weren't supposed to watch the video, they're watching the video. So you're basically not really helping what your original plan or intent was. It's out there, and people can make up their own minds. That's all we ask anyone to do. We don't want to say, "Rawr, this person's horrible, don't interact with them." It's literally, they need some help. We wish them the best. Here's what they did, and we just want to see them do better in the future. That's it. Good luck with the false reports.